percussion on a whole nother level, coming from my mind.
Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. So today, I wanna make my honest review about this anime, The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten. So without further ado, let's start. Episode 1. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there was a lazy boy named Fujimiya. One day, it started raining cats and dogs, and poor Shina was caught without an umbrella. Fujimiya, being the gentleman he was, or so he thought, decided to give his umbrella to Shina. But little did he know, this act of kindness would come at a cost. He caught a fever. Feeling guilty, Shina decided to take care of him to repay his kindness. It was only then that she realized they were neighbors. One night, while passing by his window, she saw Fujimiya having dinner with just energy jelly. Acting like the mom she is, she gave him some of her leftover food. And just like that, Fujimiya found his new free dinner spot.
You're getting a free dinner.
Now, Fujimiya was a lazy-ass boy, and he never liked cleaning his room. One day, Shina walked into his room and was shocked by the mess. So, being the mom she is, she decided to help him clean it up. And what was Fujimiya's reward for a clean room? Pizza, of course.
Pizza time.
But little did Fujimiya know, Shina was not doing all this out of kindness. She was doing it to fulfill her own satisfaction. Alright, episode 2. So one day, Fujimiya was strolling in the park when he spotted Shina sitting alone, looking like a damsel in distress. Apparently, she was trying to rescue a cat from a tree and ended up getting herself stuck too. It was a classic case of a catastrophe. Being the gentleman he is, Fujimiya rushed to her aid and treated her wounds. He even carried her all the way back to her home like a knight in shining armor. As usual, Shina repaid his kindness by sending over some dinner, but Fujimiya had a different idea this time. He wanted to try her cooking fresh and hot, straight from the kitchen. So Shina suggested they split the cost and cook together at his apartment. And thus, Fujimiya and Shina began a new routine in their lives, cooking and eating together like a married couple. They were like the Japanese version of The Odd Couple, except they were still in high school. One night, while Shina was over at Fujimiya's place, she dropped her ID card on the floor. Fujimiya picked it up and saw that her birthday was coming up. Being the thoughtful guy he is, he decided to get her a present. He even enlisted the help of his friend's girlfriend to find the perfect gift. When Shina received the present, she was ecstatic. Little did Fujimiya know, Shina does not celebrate her own birthday. But hey, it's the thought that counts, right? At least now she can use the gift to ward off any more cats stuck in trees. Episode 3. Fujimiya's mom suddenly visits his apartment, and he's afraid to tell her about Shina being there. I mean, who wants to explain to their mom why they have a girl hiding in their room, am I right? So, he hides Shina in his room, and his mom finds her and mistakes her for his girlfriend. Poor Fujimiya, he's just trying to keep his love life a secret, but his mom is making it so much more complicated. Anyway, things start to get interesting when Shina and Fujimiya start calling each other by their first names. That's when you know things are getting serious. And to top it off, Fujimiya willingly gives Shina his key room. Then we found out that Shina is once again the top scorer on the exam. I guess she's just naturally smart, unlike some of us who have to study like crazy just to pass. Fujimiya buys her a cake as a present and they start feeding each other. Now that's just adorable. I mean, who does not love a good cake feeding session with their significant other? But then things take a turn when Fujimiya tries to make dinner. Let's just say it didn't go so well. I mean, we have all been there, right? You try to cook something nice for your partner and it turns out to be a disaster. Luckily, Shina comes to the rescue with her delicious food and they ended up having a great meal together. And finally, on Christmas Eve, Fujimiya and his friends are having a party at his apartment, but he's not ready to tell his friends about Shina, so she stays home. And then, they see her on the balcony next door. I mean, what are the odds, right? It is like fate is bringing them together. Episode 4. It seems like our lovebirds Fujimiya and Shina have finally spilled the beans about their relationship to Itsuki and Chitose. On Christmas Day, they spend their time playing games and munching on some yummy treats. Of course, they also exchange presents. But on the next day, Shina caught a fever. Looks like Fujimiya has to take care of her now. But wait, what's this? Shina is acting like a little child and wants to hold hands while falling asleep.
So cute.
The next day, Shina revealed to Fujimiya that she's always alone at home with only her housekeeper for company. Well, let's hope that Fujimiya can keep Shina company and make her feel less alone. Episode 5. So, Shina and Fujimiya decided to spend New Year's at home. But poor Shina was so tired from cooking all day that she fell asleep at Fujimiya's place. As promised, Fujimiya's parents come over to his apartment and they all decide to visit the shrine together. But things get a little crazy when rumors start spreading around school that Shina has a boyfriend, but nobody knows who he is. It is like a mystery novel, except instead of a killer, we are looking for a secret boyfriend. Meanwhile, Fujimiya decides to show his affection for Shina by patting her head like a dog. I mean, who needs romantic gestures when you can just treat your partner like a pet? All in all, not much going on in this episode. Episode 6. It is Valentine's Day in Japan, and the boys are all eagerly awaiting chocolate from their crushes. But Fujimiya got something extra special from Shina, hot chocolate and oranges. Is that even a thing? Who cares? It sounds fancy. In return, Fujimiya gives Shina a bracelet and a self-made ticket that allows her to boss him around whenever she wants. Sounds like a sweet deal to me. Now, it is episode 6 and these two are practically living like a married couple. But seriously, is this normal for Japanese people?
You people are a circus.
Episode 7. After Itsuki had a big fight with his dad, he decided to crash at Fujimiya's apartment for a few days. But then Chitose, his girlfriend, came along and ended up staying at Shina's place. And just like that, we have two couples living together for spring break. But things got even more interesting when Shina's mom came to visit. She had some news for Shina. Her parents were getting a divorce once she finished college. Now, that's not very funny. Fujimiya, being the smooth operator he is, saw his chance to make a move on Shina. He hugged her tightly and they walk off into the sunset like a couple straight out of a cheesy romance movie. I'm pretty sure the ending song was about to start playing any second. Episode 8. In this episode, our beloved characters are all in the same class and things are heating up. Last time, Shina got her head patted like a dog by Fujimiya, but now it's her turn to pet him like a cat.
Meow.
Despite denying their true feelings, it is clear that these two lovebirds are smitten with each other. Fujimiya even goes so far as to come home from the arcade with animal dolls for Shina. In return, she makes him some pudding. Looks like this relationship is sweet as dessert. But when Kadowaki asks Fujimiya to lunch with Itsuki, Shina gets a little jealous. Is there a love triangle brewing? Who knows, but one thing's for sure, these two need to lay low at school to avoid gossip. That plan goes out the window when the four main characters team up for a cooking class. When one student starts fooling around, their hot food nearly hits Shina and another character. Luckily, Fujimiya swoops in to save the day.
Oh, hooray! A hero!
And of course, the episode ends with Fujimiya patting Shina's head like a dog once again. That girl just cannot get enough of the head pats. Episode 9. Well, look who's taking advantage of the do anything you want ticket. It is Shina, and she's taking Fujimiya out on a date. First stop, the cat cafe.
My God, this is more pussy than even I can handle.
It is a good thing Fujimiya is a cat person. Then off to the shopping mall, where they bump into Kadowaki, and their secret is out. But seriously, what's up with these two? Are they both mentally ill or what? I mean, come on. After everything they have been through, they still won't admit they are a couple?
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
Episode 10. Alright, so it's Mother's Day and our favorite anime duo is just chilling at home. Last episode was pretty heavy with Shina's dark backstory, but now it's Fujimiya's turn to spill the tea. Apparently, he moved away from his hometown because his friends were just using him for his money. Can't say I blame him. I mean, who wants to be friends with someone just for their cash? Meanwhile, at school, rumors are flying around that Shina has a boyfriend, and this time, she admits it. But of course, she's not revealing who the lucky guy is. Back at home, they are being all cute and cuddly like always. And then, out of nowhere, Shina says something that just sets Fujimiya off. That night, he hit his puberty so hard, he practically knocked himself out. Now, fast forward to exam time. Fujimiya and his friends are coming over for a study group session. Let's just hope they actually study and don't just end up playing video games all night. Episode 11. So, in the last episode of the show, Fujimiya made a deal with Shina that if he got top 10 in the exam, she would do anything he wanted. And boy, did he deliver. He asked to lie on her lap, which seems innocent enough, but turns out Shina wants to extract poop from his ear too. Okay. Anyway, poor Shina was so exhausted from the poop extraction ordeal that she fell asleep, leaving Fujimiya to carry her back to her apartment. And what does Shina want to do first thing in the morning? Show off her leg to Fujimiya. Don't ask me why, this couple are getting weirder day by day. Things get even weirder when they overhear some girls talking smack about Shina at school. But don't worry, the lovebirds just brush it off and continue their lovey-dovey chat at home. I guess that's what true love is all about. Poop, legs, and gossip. And last episode, episode 12. So Fujimiya tries to tease Shina by pretending to kiss her but with his hand on her mouth. Little did he know, Shina was not one to back down, so she boldly kisses him on the cheek and runs off like a true boss. Fast forward to sports day, and Fujimiya and Shina participate in a scavenger race. To everyone's surprise, they hold hands the whole way to the finish line. Now, this would have been a sweet moment if it weren't for the fact that Fujimiya picked a task saying, "Someone I think is beautiful," and brought Shina with him. Smooth move. And as for Shina, she picked a task saying, "Someone very dear to me," which everyone took as an open confession to Fujimiya. The whole class was freaked out, bombarding Fujimiya with questions. But fear not, for Shina comes to the rescue and calms everyone's teeth down, revealing their relationship to the world. And just like that, Fujimiya finally musters up the courage to officially ask Shina out as his girlfriend.
Well, it took you long enough.
So, I just finished watching this romantic anime and let me tell you, there was not a single joke inside. I mean, come on, where's the comedy? I was expecting at least one fart joke, but nope, nothing. And don't even get me started on Fujimiya. That guy is so lazy, he makes a sloth look like Usain Bolt. His room is a mess and he lets Shina do all the work. I mean, she's practically his maid. If this keeps up, Fujimiya will end up becoming a couch potato that's too lazy to even change the channel on the TV. And let's not forget about their relationship. They are living together like a married couple, but we never see them argue or fight. What's up with that? Do they not have any disagreements? Because in my experience, two people living together will eventually butt heads over something. But not these two. They are like lovey-dovey all the time. I mean, come on, show some realism. Shina's past with her family is heartbreaking, but Fujimiya's past is just ridiculous. He has trust issues with his friends. I mean, it's not like he's been bullied or beaten up at school. Just go make new friends, dude. And if you have another problem at the new school, don't just move again. That's not a solution. Life is full of challenges and you need to face them head on to grow as a person. But let's talk about the title of this anime. The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten. Well, Fujimiya is definitely the rotten one. Sheena does everything for him and he's becoming more and more useless every day. I mean, it's great to have someone help you out, but this is just taking it to the extreme. If you are not careful, you will end up like Fujimiya, unable to do anything for yourself. So after watching this anime, I had to go watch some manly shows like Kengan Ashura and Baki to reset my testosterone levels. I cannot risk becoming like Fujimiya. He's a bad role model. Anyway, that's my honest review of this anime. Feel free to comment below if you agree or disagree. Until next time, Raja and out.